Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to make this headphone cover thing. Like I want to cover my entire headphone with crochet. So these are the headphones that I want to cover, so which will look pretty nice. I hope. I'm on my mission to cover everything in my room with crochet, and so this is one of it. I'm going to show you the entire process. This one is a little bit of a tutorial as well, so which will be pretty interesting because I'm not really good at tutorials and stuff, so I think that will be interesting. So I hope you guys like the video. Please keep on watching, and I will see you guys in between and in the end. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so to begin, I'm going to use this 3.5mm hook and this light pink yarn to make the center of the flower and also the petals. So first we're going to make a magic ring. I'm not going to show you how to make all of these stitches in detail. I'll link the tutorials down below so you guys can go and learn. But you're going to make a magic ring, chain 1 and do 12 half double crochets into the ring. After you're done with the 12 half double crochets, you're going to pull the ring close and slip stitch the ring, and then we're going to chain 2. Now I'm going to do a bullion stitch for the petals. This is a complicated stitch, so I learned it from someone else and I'm using that technique. I'll link the tutorial down below, but I'll try explaining. So we insert the hooks into the loop and then yarn over 8 times. You can do as many times as you want. I'm doing 8. Then I'm going to go into a stitch and yarn over and pull through. Then I'm going to push the loops off the hook and onto the and pull the chain through, and then I'm going to yarn over and chain so that it is secure, and I'm going to repeat the whole process all over again around the circle. So again, to close this round as well, we're going to slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn. Now for the next round, I'm going to use this neon pink yarn that I have. I'm going to attach my yarn onto the top chain of one of the bullion stitches. I'm going to chain 1, and now I'm going to do elongated single crochet. So I'm going to go underneath the bullion stitch. There's a gap, and that is where I'm going to go. It's a very tiny gap. You'll be able to see it if you're doing this with me. So I'm going to go into that gap, yarn over and pull through, and then make yarn over and pull through again. So that makes that elongated single crochet. And then I'm going to do a normal single crochet on top of the bullion stitch next to it. And then again an elongated single crochet, sorry. I'm going to do this all around the petals. Again, to close this as well, we're going to slip stitch and close it, and then I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do now normal double crochets all around the circle, nothing fancy, it's just normal one double crochet all around on the top chain. And then I'm going to put it on my headphone speakers to see if it fits properly and it sits properly. Now next up we're going to do a berry stitch, so I'm again going to attach my yarn. I'm going using the blue yarn and I'm going to chain 3. Then I'm going to do 2 treble crochets in the same chain space that we made the chains in. Now I'm going to make a slip stitch in the same chain space. And to start the next one, I'm going to make a single crochet directly into the next one and make 2 treble crochets again. And make a slip stitch. And I'm going to continue this pattern of single crochet, 2 treble crochets and a slip stitch all around to make this berry effect that we want. And next up we're going to, for the next round, I'm attaching the yarn again and we're going to do the elongated single crochet stitch again. So as you can see, I'm doing the elongated stitch here. And then I'm going to do 2 single crochets because we did 2 treble crochets in the last stitch, so we've got 2 spaces to make single crochets in. And then I'm going to do an elongated single crochet. I'm going underneath the berry stitch. You'll have to maybe move this with your hand a little bit, but once you get the hang of it, it will be pretty easy. That is the space where I went. Next, you close this round with a slip stitch as well, and then we're going to chain 2. And I'm going to do back loop double crochet. So we're going to go into the back loop of every stitch on top. So instead of going underneath the chain, we're going to do on the back loop only, so the loop that is further away from you, that is the furthest from you. And we're going to do this all around. So as you can see, I am on my last double crochet and now I've got 1 chain left, but I need some space for the wire to pass through. So I'm going to just chain 1 and not do a double crochet there, and instead I'm going to chain 1 and just slip stitch the round close, and that gives us the space that we want for the wire. I'm just going to see if the wire fits through the space that we just made. You should try that too if you're making this. And it was a perfect fit, which I really loved. It's a little bit big, but we'll adjust right now. Again, chain 1 and cut the yarn. Now for the last row, we are going to make some decreases so it becomes a little bit smaller, because as you can see it was a little too big, so I wanted to make it smaller. So I'm going to attach the yarn and do half double crochets in the chain, nothing fancy, but I'm going to decrease here. So I did 3 half double crochets and then a decrease. So to make a decrease, I just did normal half double crochet, and then instead of completing it, I went into the next chain, yarn over and pull through with 4 loops on the hook, and then I pulled through again, yarn over and pull through again. I'll show you again. So this is the first half double crochet, second, third, and for the fourth one we're going to do a half double crochet and then go into the next stitch and pull up a loop and then pull through all of the loops. So that's how I'll do my decreases all around, and then I'm going to weave in all the ends. And it'll look really neat after that. So now to make the headbands for the headphones, again this is optional. If you want to do it, you can. Otherwise you can just leave it as by only attaching the speaker things, I suppose. So I'm using 2 yarns together, and it's the same way, like it's not really complicated. You just use 2 yarns instead of 1, and I'm going to make 7 chains, because that is how much I need for my headband. It'll be different for your own headphones. I'm using a 4mm hook, and then I'm going to now do a double crochet from the second chain from the hook and do it all throughout the chain. And then I'm going to measure and see if it fits properly, which it does, and then I'm going to chain 7 again. Going to make a double crochet in the second chain from the hook. You're going to continue doing these double crochets all along the row as if you were doing a normal square. As you can see, I went underneath that chain as soon as I reached that top layer, and you'll just continue doing it just as you normally would. Then when you reach the end, chain 2 and turn your work, and we're going to skip the first chain and go into the next one directly and do a double crochet. And you're going to do this every single time you reach the end of a row, and you can make the square as long as you want according to your headphones. I have little gaps in between, so mine will be in 3 sections. As you can see, it wraps around perfectly. Yeah, so this was how my square looked. Now I'm going to slip stitch and cut the yarn. Next, to attach the headpiece to the headband of the headphones, that's a tongue twister. I'm going to do this invisible stitch. Again, the link will be below in the description. So I'm going from one back loop to another back loop of either sides. I'm going to leave a little tail at the end. So from one back loop to another back loop, it's almost like doing a shoelace stitch. I'm going from one back loop, as you can see, to another back loop. when I'm done, I'll just pull the strings and that'll just enclose the whole thing. And it's actually a very good way of, just an invisible way of doing this. It looks very neat. And then I'm just going to fill in some of the gaps. I attached even the 3 sections that were looking really like apart from each other. I just attached them as well in between the gaps using the same invisible technique. And as you can see, it looked very neat, very nice. And now, last but not the least, we're attaching the headphone pieces, the speaker pieces. So I'm just going to thread in the wire, and then I'm going to do a running stitch all around the border. My color is of the yarn is same as the border color. I'm going to leave a little tail, and then I'm going to do running stitch all around the border. Once we reach the other side, we're going to just pull on the 2 strings that we have, and we'll just tighten the crochet piece around the speakers. And I'm just going to tie a knot. You can tie a single knot and then a bow. I just did 2 knots and then a bow. And then I just tuck the ends in. And we are done, you guys. We made the headphones. I covered one more thing in my room with crochet. And please ignore the traffic. There's a lot of traffic going on. A lot of construction work as well. But yeah, we are done, you guys. We made it. We made these headphones. They look so good. I really love them. They're really pretty and cute. And if you guys do make this, please tag me on my Instagram. My Instagram is linked down in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. This is my first time doing this tutorial kind of thing, but I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye.